If you are new in this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to become updated to our new videos. Thank you! Nuclear reaction. This topic is just an introduction for you to understand more about the topic on cosmic origin of elements, which will be discussed on my next video. I have here a concept of the origin of the element. Element is consist of atoms, and atoms are made up of nucleus and electrons. Electrons has negatively charged, and these electrons orbit in the nucleus. Nucleus has proton and neutron. Protons are positively charged, and it can be defined as the atomic number. This atomic number can be found at the left lower side of an element, while neutron is electrically neutral, or it means it has no charge. The combination of protons and neutrons is defined as the atomic mass, and atomic mass can be seen at the left upper part of the element. Elements are known to have been formed during Big Bang. So we have three elements formed during Big Bang, which are hydrogen, helium, and lithium. While beryllium to iron was formed during stellar formation and evolution. And other elements heavier than iron was formed during stellar explosion. So, that is the concept of the origin of the elements. But in this video, we will focus on the nuclear reaction, which consists of the different particles like protons, electrons, and neutrons. But before we explore to the details of elements formation, it is essential to familiarize the symbols of the different particles involved in the nuclear reaction, which are tackled in this video. Let us first define nuclear reaction. Nuclear reaction are processes in which nucleus either combine with another nucleus through nuclear fusion, or it is a combination of two nucleus. The other one is splitting into smaller nuclei, or separating into a smaller nuclei through nuclear fission. So as you can see, there is a big difference between fusion and fission. Fusion means combination, while fission means separating or splitting into smaller nuclei. These processes involve the emission of energetic particles of an atom, a phenomenon known as radioactivity. When we say emission, it is a release of energetic particles or a release of energy. Radioactive particles may be elements, electrons, protons, and neutrons. Each particle involved in the reaction has subscript, or what we call the atomic number, and it is represented with letter Z, and supersubscript, or atomic mass, and represented with letter A. These two can be seen at the left-hand side of the symbol. Everything around us is matter, which composed of varying combinations of any of 114 elements identified to be present in the universe, including the Earth. These elements are later found to be composed of atoms, which is the building blocks of matter. There are different radioactive particles. First is electron. Electron is a negatively charged, and it can be represented by letter E. It has negative 1 subscript and 0 supersubscript. The next one is proton. Proton is a positively charged, and it is represented by letter P and has a subscript and supersubscript of 1. The next is neutron. Neutron has no charge, or it is called neutral. It is represented with letter N with 0 subscript and 1 super subscript. Next is alpha particle. It has a high-speed particle consisting of 2 neutrons and 2 protons. As you can see, the super subscript is number 4, which means it is a combination of 2 neutrons and 2 protons. The next is beta particles, which is a high-speed electron. So, the subscript is -1 and the super subscript is 0. The next is the gamma ray. Gamma ray is a high-energy stream of photons. So, as you can see, both subscript and super subscript is 0. Gamma rays are produced by the hottest and most energetic object in the universe, such as neutron stars and supernova explosion. On Earth, it is generated by nuclear explosion, lightning, and less dramatic activity of radioactive decay. The last one is positron. Positron is a positive charged electron. So, there is a difference between electron. The super subscript is the same, but the subscript is different. In positron, the subscript is +1, while in electron, the subscript is -1. But they are both represented by letter E. There are most common types of nuclear reaction. The first one is alpha decay or loss of alpha particle. So I have here an example which is alpha decay of polonium-210. So makikita natin dyan sa ating example na ang ating element na polonium ay merong super subscript na 210 or atomic mass na 210 at meron siyang atomic number na 84 or subscript. So, ang sabi dyan, alpha decay or loss of alpha particle. Ibig sabihin, magmaminus tayo or magtatanggal tayo ng alpha particle. Ngayon, ang mangyayari, titingnan natin yung ating subscript. Ang subscript ng alpha particle is 2. Ang subscript ng ating element, which is polonium, is 84. Ang sabi dyan is loss. So, magmaminus. So, 84 minus 2 is equal to 82. Next, tingnan natin yung ating super subscript. Sa alpha particle, we have 4. At sa ating element is 210. So, 210 minus 4 is equal to
106.
Ngayon, tingnan natin sa inyong mga periodic table of elements, anong element ang merong atomic mass 82. So, kung makikita natin, ang element na merong atomic number na 82 is lead. So, lead is represented by Pb. So, yung ating polonium, dahil sa nag-undergo ng alpha decay, ay naging lead or Pb. So, ang ating new element has a super subscript of 206 and subscript of 82. So, tatandaan natin, pag alpha decay, magma-minus tayo. Ima-minus natin yung subscript and super subscript doon sa alpha particle. Next is beta decay or loss of beta particle. So, kung makikita natin, yung subscript natin is -1 sa beta particle and super subscript is 0. Ang sinasabi dyan, loss or pagkawala ng beta particle. So, example tayo ng beta decay. We have here an element which is carbon. So, kung makikita natin, yung ating element ay meron siyang atomic number na number 6 at atomic mass na 14. So, ang gagawin natin, i-minus natin yung ating supersubscript ng carbon element sa supersubscript ng ating beta particle. So, 14 minus 0 is equal to 14. 6 minus negative 1 is equal to 7. Bakit naging 7? So, ang mangyayari, since na magkaiba siya ng sign, pag sa subtraction, ang nangyayari sa subtrahend ay napapalitan ng sign at proceed to addition. So, since ang ating subtrahend is negative 1, yung ating negative 1 is change into positive 1 and proceed to addition. So, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So, yung ating new element has atomic number of 7. Tingnan natin sa ating periodic table of elements. Anong element ang merong atomic number na 7? So, nitrogen. Kung kaya, ang new element natin is nitrogen. So, from carbon 14, so nag-undergo ng beta decay at naging nitrogen. So, that is the nuclear reaction number 2, which is beta decay. Next is gamma radiation or emission of gamma ray. So, ang example natin dito is gamma radiation in alpha decay of uranium-238. So, makikita natin dito sa unang example, dito nangyari yung tinatawag nating alpha decay. So, ang ating element is uranium na meron siyang atomic mass of 238 and atomic number of 92. So, yung ating alpha particle has supersubscript of 4 and subscript of 2. So, ang mangyayari, ima-minus lang natin kasi nga decay of alpha particle. So, 238 minus 4 is equal to 234. 92 minus 2 is equal to 90. So, tapos na tayo sa alpha decay of uranium. Ang sabi dyan, meron pa siyang gamma radiation. So, since na ang ating new element is TH or what we call 90, what we call thorium. So, thorium is represented by letter TH. So, yung ating new element is thorium and then it undergo gamma radiation. So, ganun pa rin, ano lang siya, nag-emit or nagkaroon ng emission of gamma ray or nag-release lang siya ng energy. So, that is example number 3. Next is positron emission. So, pag sinabi natin positron emission, conversion of proton in a neutron along with the release of positron. So, yung ating positron symbol is represented with letter E, a supersubscript of 0 and a subscript of positive 1. Kagaya ng nasabi ko kanina, parehas na parehas sila ng electron. Ang pinagkaiba lang, ang subscript ng positron is positive 1, ang subscript ng electron is negative 1. So, ang ating example is oxygen element, which has a supersubscript of 15 and subscript of 8. Ang sabi dyan, positron emission of oxygen 15. Pag sinabi nating emission, release. So, magma-minus tayo. Yung ating supersubscript is 15 minus 0. So, it will remain 15. 8 minus 1 or minus positive 1. So, they are both the same sign, positive 8 and positive 1. So, ang nangyayari, walang mag-change ng sign at ang mangyayari ay magle-less tayo or magsusubtract tayo. So, 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. So, ang 7 or an element which has atomic number 7 is nitrogen. Next is electron capture or drawing of electron into an atoms of nucleus. So, we have here an example of electron capture of mercury to 201. So, mercury is represented by Hg. It has atomic number of 80 and atomic mass of 201. So, ang mangyayari niyan, ang sabi dyan, electron capture. Pag sinabing capture, mag-a-add tayo. Capture. So, addition. So, 201 plus 0 is equal to 201. 80 plus negative 1. So, magkaiba na naman siya ng sign at nasa addition. So, sa addition, ang mangyayari ay ililess mo yung 1 at kokopyahin yung sign na may malaking number. Kung kaya, ang ating sagot is 79. So, mas maliit yung negative 1 kaysa sa 80. Kung kaya, ililess and copy the sign of a greater number. So, next is bombardment of alpha particles or addition of alpha particle. So, we have here an example, bombardment of beryllium with alpha particle. Pag sinabi natin bombardment, bombing of beryllium with alpha particle. So, we have here an element beryllium. So, ang ating beryllium ay meron siyang atomic number na 4 at atomic mass na 9. Sabi dyan, addition of alpha particle. So, mag-a-add tayo ng alpha particle. So, 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. Wala. 13. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Maglagay tayo ng 6. Huwag muna nating lagyan yung ating super subscript. So, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6, which is, ang element na merong atomic number na 6 is carbon. Tingnan natin sa ating periodic table of elements. So, carbon ay meron siyang atomic number na 6. At meron din siyang atomic mass na 12. So, ilalagay natin 12. Ngayon, 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. So, 12 lang yan. Ano ngayon yung mangyayari? Bakit kulang? So, hindi siya, kailangan kasi siya, both sides is balance. So, kung ano yung super subscript sa kabila, and subscript, ganun din dapat yung total ng subscript and super subscript on the other side. Ngayon, kulang siya kasi 12 lang yung atomic mass ng carbon. Anong mangyayari? So, nagkaroon ng another nuclear reaction, which is addition of neutron. So, yung ating neutron ay meron siyang super subscript na 1 and subscript na 0. Kung kaya, i-add natin, since nagkaroon tayo ng addition, another nuclear reaction, which is addition of neutron, 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. Kung makikita natin yung ating super subscript on both sides ay equal. 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. 12 plus 1 is equal to 13 also. Tingnan naman natin yung ating subscript. 6 plus 0 is equal to 6. On the other side, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So, equal na both sides yung ating subscript and super subscript. It means, dito sa pang-anim na common types of nuclear reaction, which is bombardment of alpha particle, merong nangyaring dalawang nuclear reaction. The addition of alpha particle plus the addition of neutron, which is neutral charge or equal charge. So, yun po yung nangyari sa bombardment of alpha particles. I have here a sample exercise. So, number 1, which of the given particles will complete the nuclear reaction below? So, yung ating sample exercise, ang ating element is Ra. Ra is number 88 at ang number 88 is radium. So, Ra. So, meron tayong super subscript na 226 and subscript of 88 or atomic number of 88. So, yung ating Ra ay naging Rn. So, from 226, naging 222 at from 86 from 88 rather, naging 86. Ngayon, hahanapin natin kung anong nuclear reaction ang nangyari or anong radiation particle yung kailangang ipuno dito sa ating equation. So, is it alpha particle? Is it beta particle? Neutron? Or electron? So, bibigyan ko kayo ng 5 seconds to answer this sample exercise. The correct answer is
alpha particle.
yung ating ilalagay dito sa ating equation. Bakit? So, from 226 naging 222, it means 4 ang iniles sa kanya. So, among the different radiation particles, only
Alpha particle
has super subscript of 4. And then, 88, so naging 86, ibig sabihin, dalawa yung iminus sa kanya. So, yung ating subscript is 2. So, ang tamang sagot is
alpha particle. That ends our lesson on nuclear reaction. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel. Bye!